Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome back to this channel. This is me Alia Fahid and you are on the channel of Medicare. So as you have known that we have started the practicals of pharmacology and we have covered the first 7 practicals of pharmacology, and all of these practicals are just about the preparation of 4 solutions. First is thyroid solution, Krebs-Hensler solution, and Frog-Ringer solution, and the last is the physiological salt solution, which is the normal saline solution. So we have covered it. We have discussed the difference between all of these solutions in the form of table, and we have seen all the mnemonics about that. So if you have not seen that video, then please go back, visit my channel and see these videos. So as you know, our today's experiment number 8 is about to study the effects of cholinergic agonist on the rabbit eye. So in this experiment we are going to perform a procedure on the rabbit eye. We will take the rabbit and we will insert any kind of cholinergic agonist into the rabbit eye, and then we will study what happens to the rabbit eye. So just this is the short backup behind this experiment. So what is the theoretical background? So cholinergic agonists are the drug that can mimic the action of the neurotransmitter acetylcholine. So आप लोगों को पता है, you have covered the autonomic nervous system, you have covered the drugs which are acting on the autonomic nervous system, and the cholinergic agonist is included in it. You know, cholinergic agonists are acting on the cholinergic receptors, and they are mimicking or they are increasing the action of your parasympathetic nervous system or your neurotransmitter, which is called as acetylcholine. So the parasympathetic nervous system control various organs, like and glands, and their function at the rest. When you are at the rest state, then your parasympathetic nervous system activates. When you are in the fight and flight mode, then your sympathetic nervous system is activated. But at the case of rest, your parasympathetic nervous system is activated out, and it is controlling your digestion. Your defecation mean removal of the waste material, your lacrimation mean crying process, your salivation mean the production of saliva inside your oral cavity, and the urination mean increasing the production or the release of the urine. And primarily use acetylcholine is as a neurotransmitter. So आप लोगों ने you have to remember it that acetylcholine is not only a hormone, it is also a neurotransmitter, and it is controlling a lot of functions which are discussed to you in the previous lines. So there are some types of cholinergic agonists, like some cholinergic agonists are directly acting and some are indirectly acting. So the one who are directly acting, they directly bind to the cholinergic receptors and increase the parasympathetic activity. But in case of indirect acting, they are not directly binding to your cholinergic receptors. They increase the availability of acetylcholine at the cholinergic receptors. They are increasing the parasympathetic nervous system or parasympathetic activity, but they don't bind with the cholinergic receptor. They bind with the acetylcholine esterase enzyme, which break down the acetylcholine. So when it binds to this enzyme, which is responsible for the breakdown of acetylcholine, then it is indirectly increasing the concentration or the amount of acetylcholine. And whenever the acetylcholine increases, there is increase in the parasympathetic activity. So these are the types of cholinergic agonists. So as you have seen in the pencil work, as I have drawn here, first of all, observations, you will give the heading 2 observation you done. First, before the drug, and second is after the drug. Before the drug or after the drug mean what happens to the rabbit before applying the drug, or what happened to the rabbit after the drug application. Like before the drug application, what we have to record or what we have to observe. First, you will observe the pupil side, like you will take the rabbit and measure the size of his pupil. So you can measure the size of the pupil with various instrument and various scales. So when you measure, you will take the size which is 0.6 centimeter. Normally the size of an adult rabbit is around 1.2 to 1.5 centimeter, but some rabbits has the pupil size, some young rabbits which are a little bit small, and young rabbits, they their pupil size can be 0.6, but normally it range from 1.2 to 1.5. Second thing, you will observe the touch reflex. How to measure the touch reflex? So what it is, touch reflex mean you will put something, you will touch the rabbit eye with the help of something like cotton or something. So touch reflex से क्या होगा, that when you put anything which touches the rabbit eye, the rapidly the rabbit begin to blink his eyes. So this is called touch reflex. So you will do it, if the rabbit blink its eye, it's mean the touch reflex is positive. Then you will measure the light reflex. Light reflex, how to measure the light reflex and what it is? Actually, you will take a torchlight in front of the rabbit. You observe that whenever even in your eyes, when someone put the light on your eyes begin to close and blink. Okay, so same thing happens in the rabbit. His eyes begin to blink. So if his eyes begin to blink, it means his light reflex is positive. Actually, why we are measuring the touch reflex or the light reflex? Actually, you don't know, but some rabbits have a disease, like they cannot give a response to the touch reflex and they cannot give response to the light reflex. So before the application of drug, we have to measure that this rabbit is perfectly able to given this drug. Okay, it doesn't mean that the rabbit have some disease and you are going to perform the experiment on that kind of rabbit. So you have to measure these touch reflex or the light reflex. Whenever they are positive, then you are going to perform the procedure. And you also have to check the color of sclera. Like before the application of drug, sclera is a portion around the eye pupil, like the eye pupil which is black or brownish in color, and in the surrounding of it you observe a whitish area which also called conjunctivitis. So when we measure the color of sclera in the rabbit, it appears white, then you will note it. Now you have to apply the drug, and after application of the drug, what will happen? So you have to make a table on it as I have made. You will have to write the time, the size of pupil, the touch reflex, light reflex, and the color of sclera. Like I have noted the time 0, like at the 0 time the pupil size is 0.6, remains same, touch reflex is positive, light reflex is positive, and the color of sclera is same, white. After the 5 minutes of the application of drug, I will again measure the pupil size, and now the pupil size decreases to 0.5. Okay, but the touch reflex remain positive, light reflex is again positive, and the color of sclera is remains white. Then after the 10 minutes, now again I will measure the pupil size, and now it came 0.4, while all the other things remain same. Again at the 15, I measure the pupil size, it came out 0.3. So it's mean gradually the pupil size is going to be decreased. So whenever you know there is a constriction of the pupil, this constriction of the pupil is called as meiosis. So meiosis is observed, and maximum meiosis is observed at the 20 minutes. But after the 20 minutes, you have to note it down, like on the 25 minute or on the 30 minutes, the drug is begin to vanish its effect, its response, because we don't have given a drug to the rabbit whose duration is long. After the completion of the duration of that drug, again the pupil size begin to normal. Again the pupil size return back into the normal size, which is 0.6 centimeter. So now move on to the next page. So here some examples are written there. Choline esterase, acetylcholine, carbachol, methacholine, bathnicol. These are the drugs which are cholinergic agonists, and these drugs are acting as a direct acting cholinergic agonist, and you can put these drugs into the rabbit eye. So next we will discuss that what kind of material you need in order to find out the cholinergic agonist activity. You need a healthy rabbit whose touch reflex is positive, whose light reflex is positive. You need a cotton swab so that you can find out the touch reflex in it. You need a cholinergic drug. Mostly you will use the pilocarpine drug, which is easily available, and you will put that drug into the rabbit eye, and you will need a torch so that you can find out the light reflex. What is the procedure? Very simple. First of all, you have to find out the touch reflex or the light reflex. Okay, then the touch reflex in the cornea of the rabbit with the cotton, touch the light on the eye and blink the eye. If the pupil size decreases, it means the light reflex is present. Okay, if the pupil size is going to decrease, it means the light reflex is present. Measure the pupil size with a scale. Now take the right eye as a control eye. Yes, one thing is very important, that you don't have to put the drug into the both eyes of the rabbit. One eye, mostly the right eye, is taken as control eye. In this eye you will not put anything. You can put simply a saline solution, which is the normal physiological solution. And in the left eye you will put your drug, and this eye is called as a test eye. Now you will apply the slight pressure with the finger to avoid the nasolacrimal drainage. Measure the size of pupil during the 10 minutes to 1 hour. In the pencil work I have made a pupil. This is the normal size of the pupil before the drug application, and after it ciliary muscles contract, and after the drug you can see the pupil size, it decreases out. So you will write up the results that the size of pupil decreases when the drug is administered, but again become normal after some times, because every drug cannot have a duration up to 24 hours. Okay, it cannot occur. Its symptoms or its response or its duration end up after a half an hour or after a 1 hour. So that's occur, but your light and your touch reflex remain unaffected. So drug produce meiosis on the rabbit eye. So this is the result of it. So now we are going to see some kind of observations, as it was observed that the pupil of the test eye, which is our left eye, decreases as compared to the control eye. So control eye pupil size remains 0.6, but after the 20 minutes the test eye pupil size is 0.2 centimeters, so it decreases out. The corneal, or you can say the touch reflex and the light reflex, remains unaffected because drug is used mitotic. So the drug है वो सिर्फ mitotic agent cause करती है. It never affects the touch reflex and the light reflex. And the next thing is that the cholinergic agonist is also referred as the mitotoxic agents, resulting in the contraction of the iris sphincters, causing meiosis, decreasing the pupil size, and contraction of ciliary muscles, causing the loss of accommodation. So they are going to contract your iris sphincters and ciliary muscles. Okay, so this was all about the today's experiment. I hope that you enjoy this video. If you like this video, then please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and also press the bell icon to get the notification of all the videos which I have uploaded. Thank you so much. Meet you soon in the next lecture. Till up, Allah Hafiz.